I listened to a book recently called Cabin: Off the Grid Adventures with a Clueless Craftsman by Patrick Hutchison. And it's a true story about a guy who was feeling kind of stuck, particularly in his career. And he felt like he just needed something different, needed a change of pace, needed a change of scenery. So he went online and found this kind of run down cabin in the woods and said, "You know what? I'm gonna buy that and fix it up." Now the funny thing is he at the time wasn't really a handy person, and which I think immediately drew me into the story because I'm like, that's me. So he buys this cabin, he gets some friends involved, and they just do their best, and they learn along the way and just eventually fix up this cabin. And then he and a friend end up building a new one from scratch altogether. And what this got me thinking about was comparisons. I'm always finding that I'm comparing myself to others when all I see is that finished product. Let's say somebody comes in and does something to help you out, or you see somebody do something artsy, paint something or build something, and all you see is the finished product. It's really hard for you to compare who you are now, where you are now, to what they just did, because you have no idea, unless you know the person, what it took for them to get to that finished product. And that's why I don't like comparing myself to others, because it's just going to bum me out, right? What I'd rather do is learn that story, talk to them, figure out, you know, how they got where they are now, and then I'm building a relationship, and I'm using that more is motivation versus a comparison. So I'm using that not necessarily as a challenge, but using their experience to kind of help build me up and understand that, hey, they didn't just wake up and do what they just did right before my eyes. It more than likely took time and a lot of effort. And I think that's what we need to remind ourselves. So I guess my advice, what I'm trying to get to here is don't don't necessarily, maybe go ahead and spend less time trying to compare yourself where you are now to where somebody else is, because it's really apples and oranges. I think it's more important to build a community of like-minded people and really find your people, find your friends, and let them lift you up, share stories, and figure out how you can help each other out.